So I had some thoughts brewing that I thought I'd like to share with you this morning, just as I woke up and was thinking about the day. I personally, and I know I've shared this pretty openly lately, I've had this tendency lately of waking up just worried, and thoughts of friends, thoughts of future, thoughts of finance, just, inner turmoil. And I had a good point as I was praying this morning of clarity, and I want to share it with you, and that was this, was typically my anxieties, my worries are about things in future, things that I'm going to face later on today. Very, very rarely is it things that I'm in that very moment that I'm in. That I'm in the middle of it. In the middle of it, typically I'm fighting. In the middle of it, I'm typically like pushing pretty hard and trying to get through. But I had this point of revelation today of thinking, everything that I've ever gone through in the past, God has always seen me through. There's never been something that I haven't made it out of. It doesn't mean it always is good. There's been plenty of like personal defeats where I've just felt like, man, I screwed that up and I got to deal with the consequences. There have been plenty of relationships that have been jarred or damaged, and I've had to, spend time nurturing trust back or whatever, or just building love in, or trying to work forgiveness in my own heart over. But I've always made it through. All my anxieties, things I've been worried about money in the past, things I've been worried about, people going through sickness. I've got some family and friends right now going through some really tough stuff. But everything that I've prayed through in the past, it's worked out. Not always the way that I've wanted it to, but it's always been for the best, for the bettering of my character, for the bettering of those people, for the bettering of what's moving forward and the people that surround them. And so my reflection this morning was on, I'm so often focused so much on future and things that are coming up that I miss in the moment, remembering that God has been faithful to me in the past, and He'll see me through the present and on into the future. And it doesn't mean it's always going to go the way that I want it to, but it's always going to be for my best, for my bettering, for the deepening of my character, for my greater trust in Him, my dependence on Him. And so I want to leave you with that today. Being a Christian doesn't mean that I'm better than anybody. It doesn't mean any of us are. It means that we recognize who we're looking to when we're struggling, and what we can remember in the middle of it is that God has always been faithful to see us through. Put trust in Him today. Remember what He's brought you through from the past, and be in that place of belief as you step into anxious things today. That's what I'm going to practice. That's what I'm going to pray for you. I hope you have a good morning. God bless.